Real Country 1430 AM and 1073 FM WRDN. Brian Winnekins from Commodity Classic. Thank you to our Commodity Classic sponsors, including Wisconsin Corn Growers Association, Wisconsin Soybean Marketing Board, Amplify Health by Gunderson, and O'Galley Grain Company. And with Ben Augustine, he's with the Wisconsin Corn Growers Association and Corn Promotion Board, but he does a lot of stuff on the Corn Growers Association. We're going to talk about some of the state issues in Wisconsin right now that the Corn Growers Association is working on. And Ben, thanks for joining us. I have talked with some folks on our first topic from Soy Transportation Council, even U.S. Grains Council, about infrastructure. And yeah, we always think about ports and railroads and all that, but it doesn't really matter if it doesn't come from Brian's farm. I can't get it from Brian's farm to the railhead.
Very, very true, Brian. Everybody always talks about, locks and dams, the Mississippi River, the ports, down in Texas and that, but, and they kind of overcome the small infrastructure we need with the ARIP program here in Wisconsin, to help build county and township roads. These roads are getting old, they're decrepitating, and first thing first, we need to get from our farm to either our first source of drop off, or taken to the terminals, or off to the river, or wherever we need to have it. So that we need to have good roads to start with, so we can keep going, getting these products downstream here.
And that agriculture road improvement program, that was. We always wish these programs had more money. I get it, but at least here was something where kind of everybody got together saying, okay, let's start with something.
Yeah, very true, Brian. I think this is the second round of it. Except a number of years ago, organizations, people in the state got together. Hey, we need to do something. Let's get some money available in the budget. Have these entities apply for this money and help them out. Not fully funded, but give them something. So the second round here, they're approving stuff, but then there is no extension as of right now on that program. Who knows what the future could be for that? But at least we got a good start on this stuff. So, and start making roads better in our state.
Talking with Ben Augustine, he's one of the Wisconsin corn growers here at Commodity Classic, and talking about some of the state issues involving Wisconsin agriculture. Now, another, and this just recently passed, I think, is this hunting bill for sandhill cranes.
Very true, Brian. We've been working on this for a number of years, and the last year and a half probably have really gained traction on getting this bill passed about hunting cranes. I mean, there's areas in certain areas of the state where growers have issues with these cranes, eating the seeds, pulling the seeds out of the ground, eating them, and they got to replant. Well, then it just costs money. And we've tried, we've got products out there that puts a distaste in their mouth, but it seems like certain areas that don't quite work. So I think it's a good direction forward, to have a season on these cranes. With good management, we can keep where we want to be with the numbers too, and everybody can be happy and maintaining that.
Talking with Ben Augustine this morning here at Commodity Classic about some of the state issues that are happening. And another big thing, now this is something I think kind of new, is the sustainable aviation fuel tax credit here in Wisconsin. I know that we don't have a big market in Wisconsin for it, but it's like, this could be a big deal. We really need to be kind of ready for this, don't we?
It is a big deal, and it can be a bigger deal. We've talked with Delta, United, and American Airlines about this, and we're trying to work together, come together. We know it is workable, just getting the infrastructure. Where do we need the infrastructure for these for this fuel to be available at these airports and these planes to be able to accept this fuel? As of right now, we only have one plant in the country. I think it's down in Alabama. They're producing SAF for airplanes. So we need to build that infrastructure throughout this country to make it more acceptable and that these airlines can use this fuel.
And it would be a lot easier and more profitable for Wisconsin corn growers to be able to ship their corn to will use, Big River Resources in Boyceville or the plant in Stanley because now they're capable, or Ace Ethanol.
Yeah, very true, Brian. Here we got a major airport, right across the river, MSP there. It'd be great for Big Rivers and Ace Ethanol be able to, produce maybe SAF or maybe a plant between the two to produce that staff fuel to take, so that MSP can use that ethanol fuel to and get us better prices, and we can use up all this surplus corn we have in this country and in the state.
Again, it's one way this having this credit would then position us in to be able to let's start doing it.
Very true, Brian. We need this. The credit. We still got, like I said, a lot of work to do yet, but it's getting there. It just need a little time yet.
Talking with Ben Augustine this morning, Wisconsin corn grower here at Commodity Classic. Really, the big thing is I think for any of these issues, when we look at the biggest industry in Wisconsin, economically, it is still agriculture. Yes, manufacturing is very important. Don't get me wrong. So is tourism. I get that. But the agriculture's the top of the heap here, so we need to keep the farm strong for the economy.
Yes, we do, Brian. Agriculture is Wisconsin. We got tourism, and manufacturing, and that, but ag is still the biggest contributor to Wisconsin for financially, jobs, even jobs outside the state. We export a lot of stuff, so we need that, and we need to be financially sound at our growers and our farms, so we can have a future for them and next generations coming to the farm.
And also all of our rural communities, too. Ben Augustine, he's with Wisconsin Corn Growers here, Commodity Classic. From Commodity Classic, I'm Brian Winnikins. This is the WRDN Morning Farm Report.